chance to hang, have some drinks, have some dinner with the winners of the Allan Slaight JUNO Master Class. And it was good to hear from them about the things that give them anxiety and the things they think about trying to build their career.
It was really cool to meet Max because I feel like he's an individual that you hear a lot about, especially being a musician in Canada. Like the Arkells are a humongous force, and you know, maybe not out of the context of a show or I don't know, some sort of industry event would we maybe ever get to meet him and have a conversation like we did. So it was really cool to be put into that intimate setting and have this like essentially roundtable discussion just about anything.
I like to know that like I've like squeezed every last drop out of everything that we do, and the only time I get annoyed at myself is like, I should have been a little bit more prepared with the set list that night, or if you get to the venue and you realize it's like there weren't posters up for your show and you're like in North Carolina and like, what the fuck are we, like I should have sent an email or had a conversation with our agent a month ago going, hey, just want to make sure, is the promo for this going well?
And what about like as a front person? Like how has that sort of shifted, because you've become like it's very apparent like who you are and representative of like the Arkells world. So like how has that journey sort of been for you?
I get a little more, people take me a little more seriously. No, it's good. I mean, now we just have like I think our team is like that much stronger, and I don't have to do as much as like the heavy lifting, like in terms of the stuff that's not quite as much fun. I can sort of more focus on like more, I don't know, high level ideas, for lack of a better term. But I can tell you, like for the first 6-7 years in the band, like Nick, our bassist, was doing like the accounting. His dad's an accountant, and Nick is like that kind of brain, and he kept every receipt. And Mike, our guitarist, like still is really involved with the aesthetic, so he would put together our website. And so it was like it was a matter of everybody sort of finding their lane and something that they felt good about doing, and that kind of utilize their skill set and then doing it.
A lot of these bands that you look up to, they're like a benchmark for, you know, where you want to be at the next level essentially. But in your, you know, what you see of them in their social media and all these things, you see their triumphs always. You don't see the process in a lot of that. And so it's very, you know, it's kind of hard to see yourself in their shoes sometimes, because you're just like, oh, they're getting all these opportunities. It's all just coming and flowing to them. But in talking to them too, like they're grinding in the same way. They're missing on tours and like constantly pitching for these opportunities as well. And to me, that's not, you know, it's not like it's some kind of crazy secret or something, but it's just like really reassuring to hear that from somebody at that level. And it just inspires me to keep on going and do the same thing.
I know Lights did social media this morning. A lot of thoughts on that. Was
Oh,
she
yeah.
helpful?
Have you all liked that always as much as she does? She seems like she like grew up into it.
Yeah, she's sort of a digital child.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of dig it, actually.
Well, you're the social media guy too for your.
Yeah.
You do all the accounts, or?
Yeah, mostly. I mean, Ash does some stuff. The other guys will chime in occasionally. But the way I think about it is that it's just like, again, another opportunity for somebody to like to get to know you. And again, it doesn't have to be like get to know you like the way you'd know Miley Cyrus or Adam Levine or whoever. It's just like get to know who you are in a way that you feel comfortable presenting yourself with. So, and sometimes I think about like the people who I really like on social media. Like we toured with this guy Frank Turner, and he's just like has a great way of talking on Twitter that just sounds like him, because he runs it and he'll have observations about politics or a charity he's supporting or a band that he loves. And I don't know, that I think our fans give us the benefit of the doubt to do whatever we want musically because they know who we are as people. And so it's actually kind of like worked out. So it's like if we put out a song that has like, I don't know, maybe like a hip hop feel to it, it's like no one's particularly surprised because like I tweet about Chance the Rapper all the time. Like, and so people, the more people know who you are, I think the more they're rooting for you. I always use, up until this latest record cycle, because I have some thoughts on Taylor Swift's latest rollout. But up until this one, like the "What Would Taylor Do" reference is like a pretty good one. And it's weird for like a rock band to say that, but like people love her. not to go down the Taylor Swift rabbit hole, but it's a bad example. But it's like, just think about anybody who you care about. It's like, it's because you have a sense of like who they are and what they stand for and like, you know, what they believe.
You know, bands that are above you, I guess, in status, and just, you know, what his method is to just unfollow, you know, anyone that's making you feel those envious feelings. So I'm following the Arkells. I suggested that maybe I should, you know, unfollow them, kind of thing.
There is a lot of like, I think humans are like just like naturally competitive people, and especially in the age of Instagram and the internet, it's very easy to become envious of other bands doing stuff. You're like, oh, those motherfuckers got that tour. It's like, oh, they got that festival. Oh, or it's like, oh, they look like they're playing a lot of people in that city. Oh, probably more people than we had at our show. It's like, if you don't have this, I envy you. If you don't have that sort of, I wish, because I have some friends that don't seem to have this gene, and I'm like, so envious. So I don't follow, at least on my personal stuff, like any bands, because it just distracts me. It just makes me feel like a piece of shit. And so you should just identify if someone on your Facebook feed who is completely well-meaning, like does stuff to give you anxiety about like who you are as an artist or where your band is at, just unfollow it.
I should follow you there.
Honestly, if I've given you any anxiety if you, no, I mean, honestly, you should.
It was kind of a cool vibe because you're just in more of a natural atmosphere. You know, you're having some drinks and eating dinner, and it felt more of like just like sitting around with a bunch of friends.
I'm curious, you guys, like as you work your way in, again, you're how many albums in now?
5.
5 albums in.
Yeah.
Do you, like, is it harder? Like, how have you seen the industry change for you? And is it getting harder to get your music heard, or you feel it's getting easier?
For me, I feel like it's getting easier just because like every time I feel like it just gets better and better, and you know more and more people, and you have more and more people that can help you. Like, you know what I mean? Like before this album, I never won the JUNO Master Class. I never walked into Facebook, YouTube, Spotify. Like, to me, it's just been all just incline, but it's been so slow. But I feel like it's been so consistent that it just steady goes up. And if you have patience and you're consistent long enough, I feel like everybody gets a chance. I always say that nobody ever fails. People just quit too early.
That's a great expression.
Yeah.
I've always thought about the people in my life who have given me extra time and wisdom. I've always been really appreciative of that. I even think about bands that I look up to who have been generous with their time and just sort of treated me like a peer. And I think about somebody like Joe Plaskett, who just treats everybody he meets really nicely. And that's, you know, that's what I have in mind, like in doing this program. We just have like such a good time, like thinking over the next step. Like all we want to do is just do stuff. It's like, and it's given me more energy. You want to be around people that give you energy, and you don't want to be around people that make you tired and sad. Mm-hmm. And the other thing is like you will feel a lot of the time that you're spinning your wheels and like, are we getting anywhere? But I promise you, as long as you keep on trying to write good songs and deliver great performances, you will. And you improve and you try to learn from every show and try to make adjustments accordingly. You will be able to look back a year from now or a year and a half and go, oh yeah, I am further along than I realized.